Welcome to Personal Mastery Training. I'm your host, Alvin Brown, former world-class athlete turned entrepreneur and consultant. Join us as we learn from guests who have conquered their inner battles and share their journeys to success. Get ready for inspirational masterclasses and thought-provoking strategy sessions to fuel your path to personal mastery. Let's dive in. All right, welcome to another strategy episode on personal mastery training. All right, what if I said to you that intertwined behind every problem is a solution waiting to be had? And if you can solve the biggest problem in society, in your life, in someone's life, you win on so many levels. See, think about it for a second. Some of the things we enjoy today, the cell phone, internet, the airplane, the travel on boats, and the shortening of time on, we used to take 6 weeks to get over here. Now we fly over in 3 hours. We can get to another whole country in 5 hours. In 12 hours, we can be around the world. 16 hours, you name it. Those things used to take weeks. Someone solved that problem. We're now enjoying the light bulb. Someone got tired of kerosene lamps and fire. They wanted to illuminate their homes 24 hours a day, if they wanted to. Behind every problem, when you think about it, I was thinking about the grocery cart. Someone didn't want to carry their groceries in bags. I was writing about the Piggly Wiggly grocery store. They changed the game. They changed the game of, you used to write your groceries on a list, give it to the clerk. They would go back, pick your food from their inventory, bring it back to you. There'd be long lineups. Then they invented, okay, you pick your own food off the shelves. And then someone came up with a grocery cart. Again, behind every problem is a solution intimately intertwined in it. Just think about that for a second. Entrepreneurs, think about entrepreneurs. They're problem solvers. And those who can solve the biggest problem wins. Think about the things you complain about now. And when you stop complaining about it and ask yourself, how can I solve it? The answer is right there. Now remember, right out the gate, you may have tried it a few times and it didn't work out. Think about Edison and the light bulb, the famous 999 times and 1,000 times he solves it. Too many of us give up. You have a dream and there's a problem you want to solve in society, in your neighborhood, locally for you. You're having a problem with something and you're always saying it. Why don't they do this? Why can't it be this way? That's a problem. And you are actually, in the complaining about it, you're actually giving a solution. Why can't it be this way? Why can't it be that way? Why do I have to do it this long? Why does it have to be this way? Why do I have to go here? Why do I have to go there? Why can't it be easier? You're saying the answers right in your complaint. So intertwined in obstacles and problems are the solution. It's just that so many people try it once, try it twice, maybe 10 times. It doesn't work out and they quit. And then someone comes along, picks up the baton where they left it and starts to solve the problem, and bingo. That's what science is all about. Science is all about doing research, completing the research. It's never going to be 100% foolproof. Someone comes along, sees the research, picks it up and refines it, fine-tunes it, and takes it to the next level. Most of the medications sometimes that we see were created for one thing, and then they found out it does another thing. It's a solution. Something's waiting to be had. I want you to think about a problem that you're having now, you're struggling with. And you could be sitting on a multi-million-dollar idea or a problem to solve. If money doesn't jazz you up, how about making someone's life a little bit better by solving this problem? See, again, that's what entrepreneurs do. They invent things, they create things, they create programs, services that solves people's pain. So they actually should be applauded. They're not the complainers. They are the fixers. Because if all we do is complain, then how do we make things better? So here's the exercise I want you to do. I want you to think about your biggest complaint that you have. And then I want you to ask yourself, or even look for the solution within the complaint. You name it. It could be in any area. And is there a solution that you can come up with that solves a problem? Look at Zoom, for instance. Zoom, they existed for the longest time. And it was only until the pandemic that all of a sudden it popped up. Everyone started using it, getting used to it. And then all of a sudden now the problem, they grew 10x, 100x. I can't remember how much they grew during the pandemic, but they just blew right up because they were solving a problem. So think about, I love this idea actually too, because I go on for the longest time, simple thing, for the longest time, I need a wider shoe to fit. So all these years, I've been sticking my foot in a narrow box because that's all the options. Someone out there, I'm sitting around saying, why am I dealing with this problem? Why don't I Google and see if there's an option? And sure enough, someone said, I don't want to stick my feet, my wider foot, into a narrow box. Why don't I create this? And there's a problem solved. I love the idea that if I have a problem, someone else is having it. 8.1 billion people on the planet. I'm not the only one having this problem. And someone's going to solve it. And then can you even make it better than the way they did it? So behind every problem is a solution waiting to be had. If we can just hear ourselves complaining all the time and think, either one, where can I find the solution to this? Or two, how can I create something to solve this problem? And you win. Solve the biggest problem and you win the game. You win the game of life. One, if it's not money that drives you, how about making people's lives that much better? When I came up with personal mastery training, this concept of this idea of the podcast and this idea of reaching to you, I kept hearing my clients complain about things in their lives. And I realized I did a talk tonight at the time of this recording. And I reminded the audience about two quotes that I heard. One by Sadhguru. He said, we do suicide in installments. Second one I heard was Henry David Thoreau. So many people live lives of quiet desperation. Those two together with my passion for helping people, I created this podcast. And it's been so rewarding and so fulfilling to me to create it. So what are some problems that you can constantly complain about that you can solve? Intertwined in that complaint is a solution. I'm going to give that some thought. And then I'm going to see you somewhere, Shark's Tank, Lion's Den, somewhere, showing how you solve that problem. All right. Until next time. All right. Peace. We'll talk.